Hey everyone, this is Miss Cuban here. In this lesson, you're going to learn about quadrilaterals, about the different types of quadrilaterals. One main thing you need to look at, if you just look at the word quadrilateral, you see quad. Quad means four. That means we're talking about shapes that have four sides. Every shape that has four sides is a quadrilateral. Now, quadrilaterals, there's many different shapes with four, and some shapes have specific names. So now we're going to talk about what shape is what name and what are the characteristics, and it's very important that you know these characteristics. First of all, let's list the shapes' names that you will see that have four sides. You have a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a parallelogram, a trapezoid, and a lovely kite. Okay, those are shapes that have four sides that are quadrilaterals. So let's look at what makes them that shape. First of all is a square. Within a square, opposite sides are parallel, okay? And all the sides are congruent. So we have opposite sides are parallel. So if I give a name to each vertex, A, B, C, and D, that tells me that AB, side AB, is parallel to side DC. Okay. AD is parallel to BC. All the sides are congruent. Now, the red lines I put on each side, that means that it's equal. They have the same size. So if AB was 5 inches, then that means that DC is 5 inches because it has one red line. BC also has one red line. That means that is 5 inches. AD is 5 inches. Another thing you need to know is that all the angles are right angles. That is the characteristics of a square. Okay, in a rectangle, this is a rectangle, four sides. Opposite sides are parallel. So if I give each vertex a letter, then that tells me that side AB is parallel to side DC. AD is parallel to BC. Okay, that's what parallel is. They're parallel. That means they'll never intersect, ever. Another thing is that the opposite sides are congruent. Okay, that means AB is congruent to DC. That means they have the same length. AD has the same length as BC. Now, I put two lines on AD and BC because I want them to match, because they are equal. They're not the same as the other other two sides. Okay? That's what it means. And then you need to know that all the angles are 90 degrees. And that's rectangle. Next, we have a rhombus. Rhombus looks like a squished up square. Okay, that means it's going to have almost all the same characteristics as a square. Okay, one of the characteristics is that the opposite sides are parallel. So we have side length AB is parallel to side length DC. Side length AD is parallel to side length BC. The next is that all the sides are congruent. Every single side is the same measurement, exact same measurement. Okay, this would be 2, then all of the others are 2. They're all the same. That's why it's squished up square. Side lengths are still the same. Now the difference is the angles. The opposite angles are congruent. Okay, I'm saying that angle D is the exact same measurement as angle B. Angle C is the exact same measurement as angle A. When I put a symbol that looks like this, that means the angle, these two are equal. They're the exact same measurements. If it has 2, that means those 2 go together. If I put 3, then those 3 go together. Okay? That's what those symbols mean. It means they're congruent. The angles are congruent. Next we have a parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram is just like a squished up rectangle. Okay, opposite sides are parallel. So in this case, AB is parallel to DC. AD is the same as parallel to BC. Okay, opposite sides are congruent. AB is equal to DC. AD is equal to BC. The difference is just like we did the rhombus. The angles are different. So the opposite angles are congruent. So angle D is going to be congruent to angle B. Same measurement. Angle C is going to be congruent to angle A. Same measurement. That's the characteristics of a parallelogram. Next we have a trapezoid. A trapezoid only has one pair of opposite sides that are parallel. Okay? And I'm putting the wrong symbol, okay? I hope you caught that. One side of parallel. So we have A, B, C, D. Trapezoid is that AB is parallel to DC. Okay, that's all a trapezoid is. That's really all a trapezoid has in common. That's it. Just one little thing to know about a trapezoid. Last but not least is a kite. All the fun things of flying a kite. Kites have 2 pairs of congruent sides. Now, the sides that are congruent are what we call adjacent. That means that side length means AB is next to CD. It has to be next to each other for it to be congruent. If they are not next to each other to be congruent, then it's not a kite. Okay? That would also mean that AD is equal to CD. Same measurement. Okay, if AB was 2, that means BC is 2. If AD is 11, that means CD is 11. It has to be 2 congruent adjacent sides. Now, looking at this, you will notice at the same time that there is one congruent set of angles, and that those are opposite. The angles are opposite to be congruent. Okay? So angle A is equal to angle C. Side length AB is equal to side length BC. AD side length is equal to CD. That's the characteristics of a kite. Now you went through all 6 different types of quadrilaterals, and you should know the characteristics and what it looks like and how to identify. If you're confused with any of them, rewind this video, go back and check. It is very important that you understand what the characteristics are of each shape. Have a good day.